I make six figures. Psych, I'm broke. What is up, young stallions? It's your boy, AllOutJake, and today I was kind of sitting here, and it just completely hit me about 100 miles per hour. Just how crazy, in a few years, how brands have been established among the gaming community. And what I mean by that is Optic, FaZe, they are brands now. They are much more than a team. They're not just. It's not just something that, a few kids put together, right after school, and they recruit people and they don't make any money. Like, FaZe and Optic is legit. They can move cross-platform, cross-game. They sell merchandise. They can do pretty much whatever they want in the gaming community and be recognized for it and make money off of it. They, have people's careers in pretty much the palm of their hand. If FaZe Temper wants to, he can pretty much make someone around six figures, if not over, in a matter of a month or two. Kind of like what he did with Jev. Jev, had like 30k subscribers. Now he's at like 400k in a matter of months. He pretty much gave Jev a career, and a very lucrative career. That is, something that a brand does. A brand, has their own gamut. I mean, that's pretty fucking sick. I mean, I think it is. FaZeberry, I'll try some of that. But, stuff like that is what is just pushing the gaming community to new heights every single day. I think we're going to see, one of these days an advertisement on TV, and I'm not joking when I say that. I, honest to God, think we're going to see an advertisement of either FaZe, Optic, or something on national television. When? I can't tell you, but I'd say in the next few years, to be honest. I think that, Optic and FaZe, and there's I guess, is there really any big brands? I can't think of any. Maybe Envy, but they're still not nearly as big as FaZe and Optic, whom sell merchandise, pretty much are close to $1 million businesses, if not more. I don't quite know how much the teams pull in, but it's probably around there after all said and done. Net worth with all the players they own, with the merchandise income, and just everything put together, they're probably close to $1 million businesses, if not more. I'm not going to sit here and speculate, because I honestly have no idea, but I'd take a guess. It's nuts. It's absolutely crazy how a few years ago this stuff was non-existent and it blew up. You have Call of Duty organizations now, and FaZe and brands. Like, FaZe is a brand. Like, you think of sniping, you think of FaZe. You want gaming apparel, you would think of like FaZe apparel. Optic, they pretty much are they're an MLG brand foremost, and that's something you think about. And it's nuts. Like, honestly, it can go nowhere but up, and I'm honest. This commentary is just hilarious, because it's just crazy to me. And you guys have to just take time, settle back down and just think about this stuff once in a while, to really appreciate it. That this is the start of YouTube. I know that there's millions of subscribers, such as like Pamacho has 1 million subscribers, I think now. Nade Shot has over 1 million. There's obviously a bunch of other guys, but gaming YouTube, and especially Call of Duty YouTube, is very small. We've only been at this for a few years, and we have, like I said, we have huge organizations, massive organizations like FaZe and Optic. They've built brands out of themselves. We have YouTubers making over six figures, which is just freaking awesome, out of the Call of Duty, community. And I'm not even talking about League of Legends and Counter-Strike, because they're separate from Call of Duty. But just like Call of Duty in general as a whole, the community, just wow, blows my mind. And that's why I say, like, when I thought about doing YouTube a few months ago, there was no better time to do it than now. And it's still so young. It's not like we've been at this for 60 years and what's done is done. No, this is something brand new. You're gonna see a lot more teams that build that's gonna turn to a brand, such as FaZe and Optic. You're gonna see many more teams in a few more years that end up turning into a FaZe and Optic, and we're probably gonna see FaZe and Optic turn into something much bigger than that, an empire per se. And you guys just have to just work at it. I'm not saying that I'm gonna create a FaZe or an Optic. They don't they're very special. They don't happen all the time, and hell, there's only 2 of them right now. And it's something that's just gonna I'm very interested to see how this whole community is gonna turn out in 2 years, 3 years, is Advanced Warfare still gonna, is Call of Duty and a whole still gonna be like the center of the COD community? Is the COD community gonna transition to another game? It's not gonna be called the COD community, but this, core group of YouTubers that are Call of Duty and are everything Call of Duty, we can switch over to games. If something catches fire, and Call of Duty does die, that whole group's just gonna switch over, and so are the teams and everything. We adapt. And oh man, it just blows my mind. I'm really excited to see what happens in a few years. I mean, maybe I could be, one of those YouTubers making, at least a substantial amount of money off of YouTube. I'm not saying, 6 figures, but maybe, a few $1,000s. Maybe not this year, maybe not next year, maybe not the following year. But, I still want to keep this as a hobby. And, if it would turn into a career, that'd be awesome. That would be absolutely fantastic. I don't see that happening. It might happen, out of some crazy, bad luck, but wow, it's nuts. A year from now, things are going to be completely different. Just as, a year prior to this, the COD community wasn't, as is. Was there a FaZeberry? I don't think there was FaZeberry. There was not FaZeberry. We have FaZeberry now. It's legit.